The house was packed, walls pressed with onlookers, windows fogged with breath, every corner filled with curiosity. Jesus had returned to Capernaum, and word spread fast. So many people gathered that there was no room left, not even outside the door, and he preached the word to them. But outside, 4 friends stood with a paralyzed man on a mat, carrying not just his weight, but the weight of hope. They couldn't get in, not through the door, not through the crowd, not through the way people said was proper. But they refused to give up, so they climbed. They scaled the side of the house. They carried their friend to the roof, a rooftop made of beams, clay, and thatch. They tore it open, tile by tile, straw by straw. They dismantled what blocked them until desperation became access. And then they lowered the man on his mat down through the opening, right in front of Jesus, right in the middle of the sermon, right in the middle of the room, right in the middle of everyone's disbelief. And Jesus, he wasn't bothered. He wasn't annoyed. He wasn't even surprised. He was moved. When Jesus saw their faith, he said to the man, "Son, your sins are forgiven." Not get up, not be healed, but first, forgiveness. Because Jesus always goes deeper than we came for. But the teachers of the law whispered among themselves, "Who is this man who speaks blasphemy? Who can forgive sins but God alone?" And Jesus, knowing their hearts, said, "Why are you thinking these things? Which is easier, to say to this paralyzed man, 'Your sins are forgiven,' or to say, 'Get up, take your mat and walk'? But I want you to know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins." So he said to the man, "Get up, take your mat, and go home." And he did. In full view of them all, he stood, he walked, he carried the thing that once carried him. And the people? They were stunned. They praised God, saying, "We have never seen anything like this." This is the miracle. Not just that the man was healed, but that someone loved him enough to break a roof to get him there, that he didn't walk in alone, that faith climbed where sight couldn't, that grace moved through sweat and dust and disbelief until the mat became a testimony. So if you feel stuck, if your limbs are paralyzed by fear, if the door looks shut, if the weight of your mat feels like too much, don't give up. Find the friends who will carry you when you can't move. Be the one who tears open ceilings for someone else. Interrupt the room with faith. And don't forget, the first thing Jesus healed was shame. This is BibleBlooms, where roofs aren't barriers, but invitations for breakthrough, where healing starts with forgiveness, and where a mat isn't just what you lay on, it's what you rise from.